Hi everyone, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to do a quick little get ready with me. And it is obviously December in Wisconsin because it is cold outside. It is very, very cold outside. Yesterday we hit a high of 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, that is still above zero, so we're still doing good with that. However, I believe next week our high is 7, above zero. Now, granted, this is not wind chill, this is just straight air temperature, so it's going to be cold. Cold, cold, cold. There's still not a lot of snow on the ground. I mean, there's a nice layer of snow, but it's so cold the snow is crunchy. It's very crunchy. Crispity crunchy. But anyway, we'll get into the video now. And before we start, my face is all prepped and primed and ready for makeup, but I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this Skin Iceland Icelandic Relief Eye Cream. Eye cream. I got this in my BoxyCharm last month, and I was super, super impressed at how well this works. You can kind of see dark circles in my eyes right here, especially on this side. I think it's because of the angle that I'm sitting. But they were so much worse a half hour ago. I mean, it was really, really bad. But the results with this are instantaneous. I just squeeze, you click it a little bit to get the product up. You have to click it a bit because it takes a little while for the product to come up, which is my only complaint with this. But once it's up, I just put it on my hand here and then apply it. That way, I'm not trying to apply straight from this and then getting a huge glob here and it not wanting to blend out nicely. But the results are instant. You can see as you're applying it, you can actually watch the dark circles fade. It's like they just start to disappear. My teenage daughter thinks that it's amazing. She thinks it's cool when I put it on one eye. Granted, I'm going to go do the other eye, but she always thinks it's really neat to watch. So if you guys got this in your box, these things are amazing. If you have not used it yet, go get it out and use it today. I guarantee you'll love it. I do this before I put my makeup on, and sometimes I even put it on at night because I dropped it. It just feels so good. So it's a quick little mini review. And if you didn't get it, you need that in your life, especially if you have circles. Oh, this cold is still getting me. It's still getting me, y'all. So we're just going to do this kind of quickly today. I'm not going to be doing any harsh contouring or anything like that. But I'm going to go in with, it's the E.L.F. foundation. It's oil-free SPF 15 sunscreen. And I am in the shade Porcelain. I was really upset to learn that E.L.F. discontinued their stick foundation because I really wanted to try it. Went online to find it, checked all the stores I've been around, cannot find it anywhere. Finally, I checked, I don't remember where it was I saw it. I think it was on Influencer. I saw somebody did a review on it and how they were so upset because it had been discontinued. And I'm going to go in with my little brush that I picked up from Wish. It's like the RT style brush. And I have been having the worst luck with this eyeball. I don't know what's going on with it, but for whatever reason, it just keeps feeling like I have an eyelash in my eye. And I've looked and looked and looked, and I've come across no eyelash. Okay, and now I am going to go in with just some under eye concealer. I think, what did I drop? Oh, must have had a bobby pin because it's on the floor now. And I'm going to use the E.L.F. under eye concealer highlighter combo. I very, very, very rarely use the highlighter side of this. Oh, I hope you'll excuse me if you hear the sirens. I live out in the country on a main highway, so And then I think, just for shits and giggles, we'll put on a little bit of this highlighter just mix it right into this. A couple of white lines. See how that looks. That'll work. I don't know if we'll see any difference. But I'm just going to go on with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge, which I finally got rid of those e.l.f. ones because, yeah, they weren't good. This is really nice. The only difference between this and the other ones, I mean, other than the fact that this works, but feeling-wise, is the other one, the e.l.f. ones, when you get them damp, even when you squeeze them out, they still feel kind of damp. This one, once you get it wet, if you squeeze it out, and if you squeeze like maybe too hard or whatever, all of a sudden it's the right like size and consistency of a damp beauty sponge, but it feels dry, which doesn't really help a whole lot. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with the Besame vanilla powder that I got last month. I believe it was in BoxyCharm. Could have been Ipsy. And another one of the brushes that I got on Wish from the other set. And you know, when I got these, I really wasn't sure what to do with this triangle shaped brush, but I have figured out that this works excellent for right up underneath setting the eye because it fits right there perfectly. I'm not going to do any baking or anything like that. So we're just going to put it up there, pat it, and then kind of wipe it. Pat it in place and then wipe off the excess. And this fits right there so perfectly. I think it was probably made for that spot on the face, but in the Wish app, they don't tell you which one's for. However, I will tell you that I was at Walmart and I saw brushes that almost identically match this by Real Techniques. So these could be basically a Real Techniques copycat. And if I find them on the Walmart website, I will link those brushes, the Real Techniques versions, down below, along with the videos from where I got these. So, I can see a fuzzy or something on my eyelash. I hate that. Alright. And now we're going to go in and basically just set the face real quick. I have this e.l.f. Mineral Booster in Sheer. It's a loose powder. And I do have like one of their little velour puffs things. I just kind of apply with this, and then I'll go in and blend with a bigger brush. Because I'm trying not to get like cake face, basically. My husband has recently told me that he doesn't like it when I have makeup on, that he can see the powder. Which I get. I don't want to see the powder either, but I didn't realize that it was as easy for him to see it as apparently it is. So that, and I think he's just being overly picky, which could very well be true. I'm just going to use a big powder brush now and blend this all in. Try to avoid cake face if we can. Okay. Now we're going to go in and do a little bit of contour. We're just going to use the e.l.f. contour palette. And I always just go in with this darkest shade down here. And another one of those brushes from Wish, because I love these. And I'm not looking for like a super chisel look. And like you see this side, I ended up getting a little bit darker than I intended on. I just go back in with this bigger brush and kind of blend it. And you see it kind of makes it look a lot better. Flawless almost. Alright. Ooh, sorry about the shaking. I have an old antique vanity, one of the old wood ones that has the big 3-piece mirror and all the drawers and the nice little bench. This is my favorite. I think I'm going to go in for bronzer. I think I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in Ticket to Brazil. It does have a light shimmer to it, but on the face you don't notice it. And another one of those brushes from Wish. Now this is a lighter bronzer, which is nice because, let's be real, it's December in Wisconsin. I'm not exactly getting sun here. I mean, don't get me wrong, the sun is out there and it's really, really bright, but we bundle up when we go outside so as to not freeze to death, which means that we're not getting a lot of sun coverage either. Blush today. What do I want to use? Oh, you know what? I picked up this blush, this LA Colors blush in the shade Berry Plum. I think I found this at the Dollar Tree, and I was super, super amazed by the pigmentation in this thing. I was looking for a deeper blush because all of mine are kind of pale or peachy, and I wanted something a little more deep to kind of go with the season. And so I'm just going to use a Wet n Wild brush, and you kind of tap into it a little bit, and then you tap it off on your hand a little because the pigmentation is, yeah. And because it's darker, I kind of follow, see, look at that. You see that? And that's with tapping it off on the hand. I kind of follow the contour just a little bit. And again, my big brush. It helps blend things out, even them out, but the color stays. Just looks a little more natural, see? So, if you find this one, this LA Color Berry Plum, pick it up. It is crazy pigmented, like you would not expect this at all, not in the slightest. And then we're just going to complete our face before we go into eyes, and I'm going to go into this J-Cat Beauty You Glow Girl Baked Highlighter in the White Goddess. And this I got in my Soul Theory box, which again, I'm an ambassador for, so I do have an affiliate link for, and you will always find the affiliate link for that down below in the description box under affiliate links. And it's MS Jimenez on the Soul Theory website. Ooh, hello. Just a little bit down the nose. And then use my finger and do the Cupid's bow. And again, another brush from that Wish set. Alright, I'm going to go put my eyebrows on before I do my eyes, and I will be right back. Alright, and brows are done. So today I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal La Palette 1 Nude. My son got this for me, I believe it was for Christmas last year, so I've had this a while. And as you can tell, I don't use it all that often. I love it, I do, but I have so many other palettes that I'm constantly trying to spread out what I use. So I think I'm gonna have to pull in one other color. I'm gonna grab this one right here. This is Buttercup from Ofra, and I'm just gonna set my eyelids with this. Alright, that should be the only time I have to bring anything else in, just because the only light colors that we have in here are both shimmers, and I don't like to set with a shimmer. This eyelash, I'm telling you. It's not working with me today. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go in and use this third shade here as my transition color. Alright, so now that that's laid down, it's really basic, very light. I'm gonna skip up and kind of do a combination of these two right here in the crease. We're gonna deepen it up a little bit now. Using the same brush. And this is a Luxie 229 tapered blending brush. Alright, now we're going to go in with a Luxie 231 small tapered brush. And I'm just going to take that darker shade that I originally mixed these two. Now I'm going to take only the darker shade and go to the outer V with it. And the little bit that might be left, we're just going to pull it over. Alright. And now I need a regular, we'll use this one. And now this one is a brush that I got from Miss Glam. I believe this came in BoxyCharm or Soul Theory. I got this last month in one of my subscription bought services. And I'm going to take this color right here, this lighter shimmer, and we're just going to pack this on the lid. This is not the packing brush I wanted, however, I can't find it. It might, my daughter may have ran off with it again. My youngest daughter thinks that all of my makeup and makeup brushes are hers to use. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind her using them. I just wish she'd put them back when she was done. And then I'm going to, if I can find it, my favorite blend it all in brush. Seriously? Did she steal my Mally brush? Oh my goodness, it's not in here. What on earth? Her and I are going to have a little talk when she gets home from school today. So, since I can't find my Mally brush, I have this Icon brush. It came with a palette that I have, and it's got a really nice dual-ended brush. I probably could have used this for packing on the color, but I'm going to use the bigger, the fluffier end, and just take that very first color that we used and just blend the edges. Alright, and now I'm going to go in with, moved all my brushes around, alright, a Luxie 237 blending brush. It's really small, like really small, and I'm going to take this one right here, the second light or color, and just kind of highlight the brow bone with it. Just because it's nice and small, this nice brush. And then using the same brush, I'm going to go into the very first color right here and do the inner corner. Actually, no, you know what? That's so not going to work. That's a bad idea. Where is... There it is. I'm going to use my Scone Smudger brush to do that inner corner. Much, much smaller, finer tip. And I'm looking down because this is where my smaller mirror is. It's weird. I have a big mirror behind you, behind this camera, and it's a very big mirror, but without my glasses on, everything isn't sharp enough, and I don't feel like stabbing myself in the eye. Just not feeling it today. Alright. And then I'm going to take my Crown C513. It's supposed to be a detail blending brush, but I like it for the under eye. And I'm going to take probably a combination, again, these two shades here, and just go under the eye with them. Oh, the faces we make whilst doing eye makeup. And I've kind of been stepping away from top lid liner because I want the more natural look anymore. So I'm just going to go in with my little mini Sephora contour inner rim gel eyeliner in waterproof, and this is in the shade Wide Eyed. It's a nude. So I got rid of all of my E.L.F. blenders except for one, and it was the mini and the trio. Because it works really good to blend in your eye primer, or after you do your eyebrows or something, once you conceal around the edges, if it's kind of a harsh line, you can use the tip of this and kind of dab at it and blend all that in. Now I'm going to curl my eyelashes quick, and we'll decide on mascara. Alright, so I never use mascara primer really. I have a couple of them, but maybe I'll use one today. I got an E.L.F. mascara primer, so we're going to give this a go and see what we think. Doesn't make my eyelashes look white, which is nice. I don't know if you can see it. A little bit of white on that one. So you get just a little bit on this eye here, and you can see a little bit right there. That's fine. I'm not going to prime the lower lashes at all. And for the lower lashes, I'm going to go in with the E.L.F. Lash Tint. I love this thing for lower lashes. It's got this itty bitty teeny tiny brush, and it works great for lower lashes. And this is definitely not waterproof. And I totally missed the tube and tried to, I don't know what I was doing. Apparently genius isn't in my description today. So for the top lashes, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Illegal Length Fiber Extension Waterproof, which has a brush like this. It's kind of a triangular one. It's kind of a triangle, but it's been twisted a little bit. I've had this one for a while, and I just recently opened it. So I'm not even sure if I like it anymore because I had one before. And of course, the inevitable single dot of mascara. Alright, so eyes are done. And I think today, yeah, I'm going to go in with lip liner. It's Rimmel's Exaggerate lip liner in 045 Epic. I love this one. Yeah, I'm going to need to get another one of these soon. I love this. This like matches so many of my lipsticks, or liquid lipsticks. It's just so smooth and creamy. Alright, and for lip color today, I'm going to try this Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color in the shade 6x5 HD Kisses. It smells really good. Alright, so that's that, and that is the look for today. Something pretty simple, very basic, looks fairly natural, and so all I have left is to set my makeup, and I am almost out of all of my setting sprays. Need to make a trip to the store, but I do have E.L.F's Matte Magic Mist and Set. I actually have quite a few of their setting sprays. I don't use them very often though. I have the matte one, I have the illuminating one, and I have two of the regular ones. So we're gonna try this matte one, see if we see a difference. It's not quite a fine mist like I'd like. And I don't know about you, but I like to take my beauty sponge afterwards and kind of dab that in. Just really get it to set the product for me. Also, that way I don't have like droplets on my makeup. It's all kind of blended and smoothed out nicely. Alright, and that is it for today. I hope you like this look. If you do like it, make sure you like up this video. And in fact, if you're watching this now, you should like it anyway. Just so that way I know how many people are actually watching and enjoying. And that way my videos go through your subscription feed like they should. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that way you don't miss any more of my random content. And I'm always going to say random content because I'm a random kind of person. And I will see you in the next one.